Yo, it's your boy Black Knight. I'm here in the King's Court, and I am the king behind the crown. Now, what you gotta do, you gotta make sure you stay tuned for this interview that's about to come up, or else. Bye.
Every time it happen, think about your goodness.
Brandon Black Knight Peavy is one of Cali's own beat-making prodigies, songwriter, artist, and super producer. By the tender age of 2, he picked up his first pair of drumsticks and has since flourished. He has already had the opportunity to share the stage with some of Christian music's top artists like Canton Jones, R. Swift, Transparent, Melinda Watts, and Ty Tribbett. In 2011, Black Knight was announced as the winner of the Tadashi Riot Mix contest, which opened up doors for him to produce and work with notable Christian artists such as Andy Mineo, Jay Sun, KB, RMG, Chris Lee Cobbins, Rima Soul, Alex Medina, and many others. In 2012, his debut album, The Break-In, charted the top 200 in its first week. In 2013, he was announced as the Producer of the Year and the New Artist of the Year by the Kingdom Choice Awards. With a God-given burden to build up young people, Black is on a mission to create God-glorifying music that can contend with the mainstream top production. When Black Knight isn't on tour rocking the crowd, or as an MC, or bringing the house down while playing drums, he can be found working creatively in the studio with his group, with the members of RPSMG, or spending time with his loved ones. Hey, what's up, family? This is King Lady, and you're watching The King's Court with your girl, King Lady. And we have a special guest today. Brandon Peavy, better known as Black Knight, is here in Savannah in the studio. Come on, brother.
Come on,
How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome to
Thank you for having me.
house, to
Hey,
the
yo.
studio. Have a seat.
I will sit down.
We are privileged of you being here with us.
I'm honored to be here. I am.
How you feel? What do you think about Savannah first being here?
Well, you really wanna know the
Yeah,
truth?
it's probably a 3-letter word.
Hot. Humid, sticky.
I knew you were
But
going to
as
say
far
that.
as besides the weather, the people here is great. The scenery is great, and I really had a great time. Thank y'all for bringing us out.
Summer Rock concert.
Yes, it
They
was
were-
amazing.
Those people was live, huh?
Mhm.
Y'all had them jumping from the time it started until it ended.
I was thinking, I was like, so when are they gonna get tired? Because I'm tired, I'm hot, and I know they're tired and hot.
Yeah.
So I was like, hopefully they have enough energy, which they did. So
Yeah.
it was like, went from 4 o'clock all the way to like 9. It was,
Yeah, next year we said we're going to do it in the evening time.
Yes.
We're going to start later
That's a
when the
great
sun go
idea.
down.
That's a great idea.
Well, we have you here with us, and we're really excited. But at the same time, people are more excited about knowing who Brandon Black Knight is.
I don't know why.
Because it's the producer, it's the songwriter, it's the beat maker, They want to know where all this inspiration comes from. So tell me about, first of all, where you come from, because I know you're from my hometown. Plug! He's from Sacramento, right?
I am. I currently live in Sacramento. I was born in Fresno, though.
Really?
I was born in Fresno.
Hot there, too.
It's hot. It's even hotter. Well, it's not as hot as Savannah. But I was born in Fresno. Lived everywhere you can think of. Bakersfield, Vallejo, Oakland, Vacaville, Sacramento, Folsom,
Wow.
Kentucky.
Is it military?
No, it's not military. My dad is a minister of music, so he helped out a lot of different churches and stuff like that. He was a traveling musician.
Can he come to Savannah?
Maybe.
No.
And so he was like the minister of music of the PAW, so traveling with the Clark sisters, played with Fred Hammond and stuff like that. So as a young kid, I was just raised in that environment. So, but yeah, currently I live in Sacramento.
Wow.
So,
wow. And you went to high school right down the street from where I went.
Where'd you go?
I went to Florin High.
Oh, that is right.
Yeah.
Right. Pleasant Grove High School. Shout out to Pleasant Grove.
PG.
PG. Eagles all day, boy.
So, being in a family that's, musically inclined because of your dad, so it's not like far fetched for you to be traveling on the road because you're playing drums for Andy Mineo now, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not a far stretch.
What is that like?
Playing for Andy?
Yeah.
It is just like hanging out with Justin,
Wow.
JG. They have like some of the similar characteristics as far as like acting up, being funny, being crazy. It's like I remember one time this dude was singing in the shower. He was like, "Hey B, come here." I was like, "Bro, you're in the shower though." He was like, "Hand me my towel." I was like, "You're in the shower." And then, like Justin, he ain't never did it, but I could just see JG doing that. So
JG probably would have came outside the shower and said, "Yo, B, what's that?" He on the set today, but he probably gonna throw a rock at me, but if you see something hit my head, it's because he over in the cut. So, father is a musician. Now, what does your mother do?
My mom sings and
really alto, soprano,
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like
but she's not a singer. She's like a praise and worship Kojic.
Yeah. For real, she give it to her.
But she sings, and she's like the praying woman. She's like the ultimate like praying woman, and she'll really set you off straight.
Wow.
If you like doing something wrong, if your skirt is too. Now I'm playing. I was about to say if your skirt is too short. But she's not like that. She was like that. She was like that, but she got delivered from that ministry of religion. Amen.
Ooh, thank you, Lord.
But I love my mom.
Amen. So what would you say is the biggest thing about your mom that you got besides, you got like music on both sides, so it's like a blood thing. It's a bloodline thing.
Yeah. As far as music, obviously both, because my mom sings. My dad plays and stuff like that. Everybody in my family does something with music except for two people. My little brother, he plays video games all day. He wants to be a video game designer.
Okay.
And then my cousin, I don't know what she does, but she just doesn't sing. She tries to, but the Lord just didn't bless her with that yet. But as far as that, like my family is strictly like we're a close-knit family. I hate being away from them.
Really?
Like traveling so much, and I miss birthdays, so I hate it.
Oh, you gonna make me cry.
Don't cry, because you gonna make me cry. You gonna take off this blush she took off my face. I was like, she said, "Let me put some blush on your face." I'm like,
it's translucent powder.
Translucent what?
Yeah, it's just to take the shine off.
Oh.
It's like
I
clear.
didn't know. Bless the Lord.
Just so you don't look like a shiny monkey. Like that on your hat. The grizzly, you don't be like,
Bang.
So now, this is what I want to ask you. How old are you? Because it's kind of like secretive a little bit.
Yeah,
nobody can ever tell.
It is a secret.
Because you make music like you've been around a long time. But we can look at you and we see the wisdom, but you look at the skin and the hands, but the quietness. It's like you can't really tell until you start making jokes. Then you be like, "Well, I still don't know," because old people they preserve well, especially Christians.
I am I'm 21.
Okay.
My birthday is in November 25th.
Okay.
Make sure you give me something for my birthday. Okay. But like as far as like the whole maturity thing, like my whole life I hung out with people older than me.
Okay.
Like I was 12 hanging out with 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
I was 18 hanging out with people that's 26, 27.
Yeah.
And so me being 21, I still hang out with people older than me, like with married folk and people that's doing this, people that's doing that. So it's like, I guess I automatically, that maturity came with hanging out and seeing different things. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're in school now, right? Where do you go to? You're in college?
I'm not. I was in college.
You were?
I was in college. I was going to Expressions, College of Digital Arts.
Wow.
Getting my BA in audio engineering.
Did you have to take a break?
And I had to take a break.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as like all the music and stuff was happening, like schedules started building up.
Oh yeah.
And this school was open 24 hours.
Really?
So it wasn't like you don't have school on weekends or whatever. It was like I'll have school from 11 at night to 3 in the morning. And so it was like they put you in that environment.
It's in the Bay Area?
Mm-hmm. They put you in this environment that you would be in if you was actually in the real field.
Oh, that's
like
real.
if I had a studio session at night at 11 to 3, they put you in that environment where you was actually in. So
wow, expressions.
yes.
So is it like one of the top?
It's a lot of
Audio
people who what they do is they're connected to Disney and a lot of Universal Records and Sony Records and stuff like that. So if you graduate, you have an opportunity to get an internship with Disney, Pixar, Universal Studios and stuff like that. So
Smart.
a lot of people came from
the
that
studio sessions and you having to be on tour. That was not working.
Yeah. It was,
Did you try to make it work?
I tried, but
how did that work out for you?
I tried, but it just didn't. I just couldn't do it. It was like overwhelming.
Yeah.
I like getting good grades. It was like if I feel myself slacking, I'm just gonna just give up. Not give up, but like I was just like, let me just delete something and then come back to it.
So when do you plan on going back to it?
Hopefully in like the next 3 years.
Okay.
So I want to get my BA in it before I'm 25.
Do you ever see yourself teaching?
Teaching music? Maybe when I'm about like 40 or 50.
That's a long time away.
Maybe. That's a thought. What I want to do is get my degree and actually get a like a musical YMCA.
Okay.
Like a YMCA, and then have a whole bunch of recording studios, a theater for people to do talent shows, and like connect it with the schools. So if like you have to get a certain GPA in order for you to come in and make music and stuff like that.
Wow.
So it's a way to get kids off the streets and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of talent out there that's not discovered. And so just using different connections to like kind of build that together. I'm already in the process of doing
What are you going to call it? Do you know?
I don't have a name for it yet.
Wow.
So.
God's going to give you one. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I hate to see so many people with, you have a lot of people who do underground, underground music, and you're like, this is really good, but they don't have the resources they need to get out there. Or the training of how to, talk when they're.
And I'm all about bringing other people up.
Yeah.
Like supporting people and people putting other people in the limelight and just, showering them. Because it's like, I can only go so far. It's like if I see somebody that I know that can go further than me, it's like I'm going to give you every resource you can, put you in the right people, put your name in the right people's ear, and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Your childhood, what was that like?
My childhood was, I guess you could say, like every kid's childhood. But one thing that people don't know is that I got bullied a lot and I had low self-esteem growing up. Because when I was in grade school, I lived in Kentucky. So that was kind of like still a little bit racist and prejudice and stuff like that. So I was literally the only black kid in my school.
Wow.
And so I got a whole bunch of racist jokes and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff happened. And that caused me to have low self-esteem growing up. So I really dealt with that. And on top of that, moving from school to school, like from 5th grade all the way to my junior year, I think, I never completed a year at one school. Like I jumped from school to school to school to school to school. So as a kid,
your friends, you couldn't.
Yeah, as a kid, you like hanging with friends and stuff like that. You like doing certain things, and I couldn't enjoy that. I couldn't enjoy having a lifetime best friend or a child. I don't have a childhood best friend. I couldn't be like, yo, we did this, and this. And remember when we threw a rock at a car? Yeah, I don't have
no pictures.
Yeah,
either.
no pictures of me hanging out and playing, basketball with friends and stuff like that. So it was like that piece, is missing. But on top of that, it's like I guess it's a way of me. I guess I can say it's a way of preparing me for traveling a lot. Leaving different places a lot and stuff like that. Like now I think about stuff that I went through. From my past, like help me from now. As far as low self-esteem, it's like somebody out there could be touched by a testimony that I, been through and stuff like that. So, my childhood was that. And
jump. That's a lot. Wow.
I had to go through it, and it's tough as a kid too.
Yeah. And that probably explains why your family's so close.
And so when I started doing the whole music thing, I started doing music like 2006, 2007, just kind of like playing with it. And so when
What
I
was
started
your
doing
first program that you started working on ever?
reasons, reason, it's not reasons, it's reason.
Give
A
it
lot of
straight.
like music people hate when you say reasons,
With an
so
S.
it's reason.
Reason.
Let me just clarify that. It's reason. Started with reason, and the only reason why I got it is because my uncle got tired of me asking to come to his studio.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, bro, you're annoying me. I'm gonna give you the program. Tell your dad to buy you a computer, and I'll give it to you. So my dad eventually bought me a computer, gave me the program, and that's all I did every day, day in, day out. I sucked, really did.
Really?
Beats sounded like space beats. So.
For real? Wow.
It was horrible. And I was like, I told my dad, what you think of this beat? It's all right, son. It's all right. I was like, you're lying. I listened to all my old stuff, be like, yo, this really sucks.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. So started making beats, and so when that happened, I didn't go out anywhere. I didn't go to a football game. I didn't go play basketball. I was just in the studio.
Just in
It was
there.
like, and so when I got in trouble, I didn't get grounded from going outside or talking
Got
on
your
the phone.
Stuff taken.
I got grounded from the studio.
Wow.
So they was like, no, you're going to go outside. You're going to go play basketball.
That was your punishment?
That was my punishment. And so, like now,
Dang.
I mean, now I don't have a life outside of music.
Wow.
Like I barely go out. I barely, and when I do, it's either with hanging with my homies, RPS&G, plug. Hanging with my homies, RPS&G, going to the mall, to the bowling, rock, paper. You trying to play or something?
Got
I
you.
don't know.
Rock, paper, scissors. RP.
Oh, RPS&G.
See,
That's
how
me.
you don't know that?
Oh, I didn't know. Because you do it wrong.
I'm not.
Yeah, you do it rock, scissors. It's rock, paper, scissors.
I thought it didn't matter. I thought whoever got the right one wins.
Do you know how to play?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Let's go.
Okay, come on. What are you doing?
You go 1, 2, 3, and then you reveal your weapon.
No, but how we do it is
How you
rock,
do
paper,
it?
scissors. Bang! That's it.
Got it.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Justin.
Y'all just gonna change the game. That's what y'all do.
That's it. We
Because
change
I'm
it all
older
the
than
time.
you. You supposed to play like that. But if that's how y'all do it,
We do it.
then I have to learn how y'all do it.
Yeah, hashtag we do
And
it.
everybody else do it. Hashtag we do it.
That's
That's
it.
for real.
That's it. That's what we use.
Okay.
RPSMG, hashtag we do it.
So that's what you're doing nowadays.
Yeah,
Explain
RPSMG.
to everybody, what is RPSMG?
RPSMG, it stands for Rock, Paper, Scissors Music Group. Rock, paper, scissors. And so we split it up, and each letter has its own, each word has its own meaning. So rock is the rock of salvation, which we stand on. Paper is the word that we live by, the Bible. And scissors, we cut out anything that's not like Christ.
That's awesome.
And then music, obviously we do music.
Obviously, well.
And then group is just, we're a group of brothers. We're accountable to each other. We talk out, we argue, just like me and Justin argue all the time. All the time. What I love to do to death, man.
Yeah.
He's a pain, but I love him to death.
Everybody does. Plug.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any time in your life that you feel like you were really struggling with sin? And it's sin because you've been saved, living a life of Christ, like, your parents were in the church.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
So, is there any time that you were living, for Christ, but you were really struggling with something?
Yeah, that was,
what was it?
I mean, it's always a struggle, trying to fight off different things and stuff like that. But a time where I was in church, but not really in it, was in high school. It was like people knew that I was a quote unquote, well, they didn't really know. They was just like, you don't cuss. You don't do this. You don't do that.
That was the determining factor. You don't cuss.
Yeah. It was like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, I go to church. You want to go to church with me? But it was like on the outside, I was really, struggling with, I was like, I don't do this, but girls is my downfall. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm like talking to a heck of different girls and stuff like that. And so that was really the main, you know what I'm saying? I didn't struggle with drugs or with any of those things. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out there thugging. But, you know what I'm saying? Girls was really,
He was out there
you know
hugging.
what I'm saying? Drugging?
He was hugging.
Oh, yeah, I was
He
hugging.
wasn't thugging, but he was hugging. So girls was your thing.
That was it.
I would never have thought. Look at how sweet you are. So you had a problem with girls?
I was like, you
Didn't
know,
even matter
and
what color, what
I
sign.
knew the game too.
Yeah.
I knew like how to play like the little sweet like.
I was gonna say it had to be the angle.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. I had it locked down. I had it all locked down. But that was a time, and then like you know, at times I still struggle with it now.
Yeah.
And so
especially being on the road and people doing.
Seeing a whole bunch of things, and my dad was just like, son, stay single, cause you're gonna be meeting people.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I mean, what if I want to be in a relationship? Okay, you could be in a relationship, but you gotta have to be with her, like be with her.
Be faithful.
And so, like I'm still struggling with it. And then my mom woke me up like a couple weeks ago, I think, like some weeks ago, and she was like, son, like you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, really, 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 really stay on your grind and stay on your face. Like she was like, you know what? You've been doing good, but you gotta like make sure you don't stray off, because if you stray off, like the people nowadays, they will kill you. They will air out your business and stuff like that, and they would like destroy your name. Like think of all the other people that it happened to.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in that same predicament. And so I was like, and it was 3:40 in the morning. I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep, Mom. And on the other side, I'm like, Mom, you're heckin' annoying right now. My other side is like, listen to her, Brandon. No, you want to go to sleep? Just go to sleep on her right now. The lights was off, so she couldn't see if I was asleep or not.
Yeah.
I could have went to sleep, but the other side was like, listen to her, B. And so I stayed up, listened to her. She was like, it was like an hour-long conversation.
Wow.
Like she's standing right there in the door. He's like, Brandon, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. Like, get it.
Wow.
Like, if you don't fix it, and if you don't stay, like, you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
And so the next morning, Justin called me about the same thing. Saying the exact same, like the exact same thing, exact same words. I'm like, bro, this is serious.
Yeah, this
So
is a warning.
like, it was like a turning point from now on.
So what would you tell like some of your listeners that might be struggling with that? Like,
well, on the new album that I'm working on, it has a song called Text Messages, basically talking about, like, because text messages is like the new thing now. It's not just, you know, oh, let me, got my own line. You know, we had corded phones, and you had your own line.
and it double beep.
And so I have a song that talks about it. And I think basically, you know, knowing that they're not alone. Like, you're not the only people struggling with it. You know, it's okay for you to, you know, say something about it. And so that's what I'm hoping what this song would do is basically, you know, you're not the only person. Like, this is me. This is what I've gone through.
Yeah.
I got a girl texting me, you know what I'm saying, at 12-something at night, you know, saying all these different things. And
Booty
I'm like,
call
in my
time.
head, I'm
Booty
like,
call time.
Lord, like, please just help me, get me through this night. Just get me through it, Lord.
Jesus.
And help me wake up not regretting what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like just staying, like what I do now, it's like I go straight to talking to my parents. Like I go wake my mom up and be like, Mom, so how was your day today? Just bring some random conversation up. Or like go listen to some music, or, you know what I'm saying, go walk. I'll walk up and down the stairs, just, you know.
Wow.
And so it's doing different things. I heard somebody say that they count to 10. So doing certain things that just like kind of takes your mind off of it, but just, you know, letting people know that they ain't the only ones.
Yeah. Do you think your generation is like their main struggle is going to be through technology?
Definitely.
How the enemy's coming in? Because I know
Definitely.
I'm older than just a little bit. older than you, I've been noticing, you know, like people who are 30 and then people who are 20, how the phone thing, it's like people cannot put their phone down. If they're in their 20s, it's like they have to have it, you know, and it's almost like it's part of their, it's like a third arm or something, you know, and I know that that's the way that the enemy is reaching, you know, your generation.
It's the phone, like with the internet and stuff, everything is so easy to access. It's so easy. It's so easy to send a text. It's so easy to go to this site. It's so easy to, you know what I'm saying, you know, get access to so many different things.
Yeah.
It's like once you get access to it, it's hard not to let it go. You know, my sister told me that like a long time ago. She was like, once you do something, it's hard. Don't do it because it's hard to let it go.
Yeah,
it's
once you
hard.
open yourself up to it.
It's hard to, like, once you get that first Frito-Lay's barbecue chip, it's hard to put the rest of the bag
whole
down.
Bag gone.
You know, so next thing you know, the whole, like you said, the whole bag is
And then
gone.
you buying another one.
There it is. Now you got yourself addicted to some Frito-Lay's chips.
And you don't want no other kind, just that kind.
People try to get some Frito, you'd be like, no, get your hand out my chips.
So the video headphones, was that at your old school?
That was at my old school.
That was love for you to come back.
Yeah, so it was actually a last minute thing. I called the activities director. I was like, yo, Mr. Platt, like, you remember me, right? He was like, yeah, how could I forget you? I loved you, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, I'm trying to shoot a video at the school, get the school involved and stuff like that. Could we do it? He was like, yeah, for sure. Come through during lunch. So we actually shot it during lunch.
Wow.
So we used both two lunches, and at first it was like awkward.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like, you know,
it didn't look like it.
I haven't been back at the school for like 3 years, 4 years. Yeah,
so
3
maybe
years.
some of the seniors you knew.
Some of the seniors I knew, but like all the younger was like, who is this tall, ugly, dark-skinned dude in the lunchroom playing this whack song? It's like, come on, dance, everybody, come on.
Dance, everybody, come on.
But you know, they seen and they started, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how, but it just started getting active. And then next thing you know, we got this function during lunch, you know, and now headphones, it's not just, and I had a thought process behind it. It's like, if I get this school to catch on to it, and then they'll start tweeting about it, and then another school would catch on to it, and then Monterey Trails would catch on to it. And so everything that I thought was going to happen, happened. You know what I'm saying? And now every school is like, let me do my own headphones video.
Wow.
You know, during lunch or something like that. Let's do a
So it was
music
okay
video.
when you saw Savannah doing the move like this, snapping?
Yeah.
You
I
saw
was like, okay, hit it.
We was so embarrassed. We was like, you can't do it wrong. You got to do it right.
It was like a line dance. I was like, go ahead.
Yeah.
So,
So what new projects do this RPS? Do you guys have an album that you already dropped?
Yes, we got.
Tell us how to get it.
You can go get the mixtape RPSMG at rpsmg.com. It's a free download. You ain't gotta pay for nothing. Not a thing. It's free 99. You go to rpsmg.com and you get 17 songs for free.
Wow.
We did the album in like 2 weeks too.
Did you?
Yeah. So it was
Dang,
a
was
process. We had a lot of arguments too. Me and Justin got into a lot of fights. I punched him in the face. He punched me in my throat. It was a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And y'all still got love for each other.
We still got love for each other.
What's your favorite song on that project?
My favorite song, is I Can. That's the one song that I turn to every time I'm like, let me listen to a couple of RPSMG songs. That's the first song that I turn to, and then put it on shuffle. So I Can. I don't know why. It's just that song's tight.
What is it? The beat that you like, or what is the word saying?
It's just the overall song. It's like a very uplifting song. It says, I can, I will, I must. It's like a very...
Power to tongue.
Yeah. So I tell RPSMG all the time, it's like, never limit yourself. Yeah. We can't limit RPSMG to just a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that we can just stay in the Bay Area. Like, I want to think of global. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to tell them as much as I can. There's no limits. There's nothing we can't do. If you want to do a national tour, we can do a national tour.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about speaking life. And in the studio, I have Post-it notes, like stuff that says, I'm more than a conqueror. Or my album will sell 10,000 units the first week. And like, I'm repeating this every single day.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I sold 10,000 units the first week.
Wow.
So that happened with the break-in. I said I'm gonna sell 10,000 units by the end of summer.
Oh.
And so the break-in, next thing I knew, the break-in sold 12,000 units by the end of summer.
Beat the 10,000.
Yeah. So it's just like whatever you say. My dad teaches me all the time. It's like whatever you say is gonna come. It's like people say like my back is killing me. It's like okay, next thing you know,
your back is killing me.
Yeah, your back. So it tells me watch what you say, watch what you think, watch what you do. So.
So what do you love most about Justin? We have to ask you this. Absolutely no. What is it? What?
No. I would say the one thing that I love most about Justin is his heart. Like he has a giving heart. Like he'll give like the shirt off his back. Like one time I got mad at him one time. I'm like, bro. He was like, bro, let me just get a CD and give it to this person. I'm like, I don't want to give a CD though. We was at a concert. He was like, yeah, take it. I was like, bruh. But it's like, I can't be mad at him because that's his heart. And you know, he's giving. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's like, yo, like, yeah, like he was like, yo, I'm rocking a show. If you want to do a song, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you do a song. And that's him giving. For me, like, I ain't gonna give you a song on my set, but I still love him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's just him.
Yeah, he's a giver.
So that's the one thing that I appreciate him most is giving heart. So yeah.
Aww.
Shout out to you, bro. Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And what's one thing that you could tell some people maybe that are not your listeners that you can tell about what God has done for you?
Well, if you don't know who I am, read up. I'm playing. One thing that I can say is there's nothing impossible with God. Like, I'm a personal witness, and I'm a prime example that there is nothing impossible. I always tell this everywhere I go. 2 years ago, I went to, the Road Show tour, and Lecrae was on stage, and all these people was on stage, and I took a picture of the stage, and I said, one day I will be on that stage. One day. It doesn't matter whether I'm playing drums, rapping, just doing whatever. One day I'm going to be on that stage. And so it came down 2 years later, I'm on the exact same stage, on the exact same tour that I said, in the exact same arena that I said I was going to be in. It took 2 years to get it, but guess what? It happened. So there's no limits. There's no limits. Like I keep on saying, there is absolutely no limits to what you can do. If you keep on pushing, keep praying, and be determined. That's it. So.
Well, we appreciate you so much for being here. Brandon Peavy, Black Knight, and we thank you so much for watching The King's Court, where we get to know the king behind the crown.
West Coast.
See you next time.
Yeah, every day I ride past, looking at the time pass, waiting for a single answer to be. Looking at the hourglass and I really ask, what I'm destined to be. People looking at me strange like what he doing, where he going, he ain't nothing, man, why is he stunting? But they don't know, they don't know. They don't know, forgive them what they doing, It's the Black Knight, I'm coming like the Dark Knight. They slipping on me like the thief in the midnight. I'm a son, so you know it's gonna be hot, boy. Gotta get it how you live like them hot boys. My God said I can. Pepsi, Cola, can. Take a look and see Elohim inside of me. Yeah, I can, and I will, like I rock a fake beat. You can't stop me. Pro Tools, professional like a Pro Tool. I'm in the paint like a post move. Then bounce it out like a Pro Tools.